What's up? How you guys doing? We'll get some music going. Egg. Let me get some of this going. Sup. Guys, we have a banger today. I'm hoping that it'll be good. It is we have some AIB cards to rank. Oops. I literally just X'd out my Spotify right when I did that. How's the music level for you guys? It's Steven, Yeet Waffle, Jody, Ivan, Astro, Maka, Rob, what's up? You like Gigabyte? Wow. Disgusting. So have you guys heard any news about graphics cards lately? I've been kind of out of it this week. I was very updated on the Jedi Survivors thing. Joe Eddie. I was very updated on that. And that was sucking all my time away. That game is a disappointment. How that dropped. And if they just gave it another month, if they delayed the launch a month on Jedi Survivors, it would have been a million times better. The Sapphire and EVGA will be S tier. You guys got to see about that. Adjust this a little bit. I know this is about graphics cards, but I'm looking for a good case under $100. Honestly, I don't know much about cases. We do have this tier list though, guys. We prepping for this. We're not gonna quite do it yet. I want to just talk for a little bit. Strix model is trash last gen. Yeah. What I noticed is that the AMD, there is some trashy Nvidia ones. Maybe I'm wrong about some of the AMD board partners, but I'm trying to think of ones that were what was it? Like bad partners for AMD. Whereas like XFX is usually pretty good, Sapphire is usually pretty good, and PowerColor is usually pretty good. 4000D is good. Yeah. I'll pull out the 4000D for you. It's a Corsair case. It's pretty good. You have 3 fan slots in the front. I think it's on PC part picker. It's like a 95-ish. In just 1 second. And get so overlays are up as well. Okay. That one is pretty good. There's good ones under 4,000 is 1,000 as well. $1,000. We're not buying $1,000 cases, guys. There's good ones under $100 as well. I think there's a deep cool one. That's pretty good. And this has a Type-C, like chat said. Oh, thanks, Bemp. Which 7900 XT is the best? Sapphire, Nitro Plus, or something else? I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna need opinions from chat as well. We can do some research in this stream as well. I don't know everything about everything because I've only owned so many graphics cards. What did it say? There was a... Check this out. It was... Greg Salazar. So I was I was watching this video earlier today, guys, and he's building an $800 budget PC, right? And sorry, the only problem that he messed up on, I think, he spent $100 on the power supply. I feel like a 650 watt gold certified power supply isn't that expensive nowadays. So I just watch out on that kind of stuff. Type-C for charging. And Bemp too. I would watch out the I guess you're looking at Sapphire. Remember the reference models of the what are they called? Like the 7900 XTX had problems with their vapor chambers. AR says, what games do you play in your free time? I play quite a bit of Overwatch, honestly. And other than that, probably like Raft, and I'll get on binges of Terraria pretty often too. I'm like, Terraria sucks me in. But yeah, that's what I'd be up to. Guys, do we want to start on this thing? I'm going to shrink down this chat just a little bit. It's not so in the way. Just kind of shrink it to the corner. And then maybe drop the text size a little bit. Okay. Should be a little better. Just a little chat in the corner. Modded Terraria does go hard. I forget what modded Terraria I played. God, what? I don't remember what it was. Dude, it was so good though. I just had to what's up, Naruto? I had to stop playing it. I was sucking my life away. If a billionaire offered you an unlimited budget to upgrade one component of your PC, not your GPU, what would it be? And what would you upgrade it to? I'd probably upgrade storage, honestly. And I'd have to get a new motherboard that has, there's 3 Asuses on here actually. I would probably upgrade storage. I had to get a new motherboard that had more NVMe slots, and I'd probably upgrade to those 8 terabyte NVMe's. I think that'd be awesome. Always wanted to do a Calamity. I don't think I played Calamity. What's the other big Terraria mod? I forget what it is. I played that one. Calamity 6 times, bro. You're a god. So yeah, guys, I did assemble. And the reason, so I'm just going to kind of give you the rundown here of all of our options. Now, how I came across these is, let me show you. So we're going to be basing our AIB like companies off of like, you know, a decently high mid-range card like the 3070 from last generation. Now Tech Power Up has a great thing where they basically show every single like OEM, every single AIB card. So I just went through and found all these, got pictures of all of them, and then these are the major brands that I'm going with. And then for the AMD cards, because there are different AIBs for the AMD ones, which is basically, they basically have three main ones. They have the XFX, or they have the Sapphire, and the PowerColor. So it's really different with AMD. But yeah, I went through, just used Tech Power Up, so shout out to them. What website has a better database than them? If you had the ability to swap your current 3080 for either the most decked out 4070, 6800 XT, or keep your 3080, either have warranties. I'd probably swap it for 4070, but it's really marginal. That'd just be because of power. I don't really use that much VRAM, so I think it would have plenty for me. So, but that's me personally. I think the 6800 XT is also a really good value. I'd also want to try it, but you know, if I was gonna upgrade my card, I'd probably get another Nvidia one. The ability, yeah. So yeah, so here is our list. You can see that there's multiple companies. Say here, there's Asus, and there's Asus again. And surprisingly, this is also Asus. So think about that. And we're also going to be including cards like from Dell and HP. And if you guys can think of any other OEM cards, we'll do those as well. I think there's Lenovo ones. Heathen. Yeah, I'm a heathen. It's really just because the 6800 XT would be slower than those other cards, and I want AV1 support as well. 12 gigabytes enough for me. Yeah, you'll see that these are all the thing. The reason that there is multiple versions of like the same company is because like Asus, for example, divides their brands up separately. There's like the normal Asus cards, which could include like the TUF ones or whatever, and then there's ROG. So this is Asus ROG. They do subdivide those brands. It's kind of like how LG has different like sections of their company. No, I play at 1440. Oh my god, you got a lot of computers, dude. And then also another company that has a separate brand that I could think of that is like a major separate brand is Gigabyte Aorus, and then just normal Gigabyte. So we'll also be ranking those ones separately. And then this whole list is going to be overall as a brand, how do their cards stack up? So like one aspect could be how they look. One aspect can be how they cool, how loud they are, how much they cost. There is, you guys can make your guesses now where Yeston's gonna go. So yeah, this is gonna be like an overall, how do these things stack up? And I think great starting point probably for both would probably be to do the founders / like reference cards for each company. Warranty fair as well. Customer service is another aspect. Nah, bro, it's no memes. I have heard of AFOX and Manli. They didn't have that many. Manil? I don't know what it is. They don't have that many options here, so I didn't go with them. But we could add them to the list if we want. We'll do it towards the end. So yeah. And I'm gonna need your guys' help in chat to make an accurate list here. So as a start, we have to check out AMD reference cards. Now, these cards have come a long way. It isn't like what it was before, because you have to think of the history of AMD reference cards. You guys remember this, right? Yeah, they aren't like that anymore, but they're kind of more like this nowadays. You know, a lot better cooler. You get 3 fans, obviously. You get vapor chambers now too. And they're pretty big cards as well, so they've improved dramatically. But back in these days when it was a blower style cooler, and even with the 5700 XT, these cards were pretty bad. You could expect in a normal case your card was hitting like over 85 degrees. Would you do Intel in the future, especially since Sparkle? Oh, wait, what? Sparkle is an AIB now. I've seen the Sparkle thing. That sounds so corny, but yeah, I just would want a more powerful card from Intel. So once they can release something that could run 1440p pretty well, I'd be pretty happy. But yeah, AMD, I think it's pretty fair, at least nowadays, with its history. And I guess also the fact that the price is usually some of the lowest. Yeah, I do have Zotac on this list. It's right at the end. I think it's fair to put AMD reference cards probably at like a B tier. Nowadays, they're pretty good, other than the major issue that happened with this card and its vapor chamber not cooling it and all that stuff. But every company is going to have issues like that every now and then. So I think B tier is fair. Do you guys agree with B tier? I don't think they're anything that's going to blow you away, but they're definitely solid. Just had a 25 gigabyte update. Oof. Zotac at the very end there. That's saving the worst for last. Dude, you can't spoil it, dude. Do you guys agree with B tier? I think this is pretty good. It's actually Zotac's at the end because this is alphabetical order. I'd say it's in the middle. It depends. Like if we're I'm gonna lean towards more talking about how they are now. The history of the old cards does play into effect if there's a big like problem with it, but they're obviously moving in a good direction. So I'd say B is fine. Well, we gotta move on to Torch. I gotta go to sleep now. I'll pop in and say I really enjoy your cut. Thank you, man. Yes, B tier is good. So let's move on to Nvidia's reference cards. Okay. Nvidia has had pretty bad reference cards for quite a while now. I guess even last generation wasn't that good. It did better. You think they're A? I guess RGB is a problem. They're always green or something like that. Let's pull up some pictures of Nvidia's cards here, because Nvidia's cards come from the humble beginnings. We're talking about the 70 class cards. Yeah, so you started with this, which is a pretty cool looking card. Didn't run that well. It was hot, but arguably did look cool. I like the design. 20 series looked pretty cool as well. Not amazing, kind of bland, but it's pretty good, all things considered. 30 series, they really stepped it up. A tier if you exclude everything but 40 series FE cards. What's wrong with 40 series? Because 40 series perform really, really well. Yeah, the current cards, I would almost say are S tier. The coolers are amazing. They're quiet and everything. But last generation, they looked cool with 3000 series with this 3070. Looked cool. Most of them didn't perform that well. I think they're still working out the groundwork. Would you rather have a 4080 that's just a block of RGB or a 4090 that's mustard yellow with color green and brown? I'd rather have the 4090. I don't care too much about looks, but I know people care about looks. That's why we're factoring it into this tier list. So are we agreeing to put Nvidia above AMD's reference? an A. I'd agree that AMD has had a rougher time with their reference cards. So that's interesting. I didn't realize that they were so favorable. They're also the only cards that you could really get for MSRP during COVID. So that was pretty nice. So, okay. A tier. That kind of surprised me to a degree, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So Asus, the legendary Asus or Asus. It's hella sus, dude. Let's look at some Asus cards. I got a couple here. These are 3070s. This is the TUF gaming one, which I actually do have the 3080 version of this card, so I can show you guys that as well. Then here is a 2-fan model. I think they both perform pretty well. Generally speaking, all Asus cards perform pretty well. And these ones that, if you're not talking ROG, are pretty affordable. So let me show you guys real quick, like how this, I could show you some ugly B-roll that I took. 1 second. Here. You guys can hear the camera. Ew. So this is like what the TUF model looks like. It's a huge card. You think Asus is too expensive? This card was MSRP. This gets A tier because they look pretty good and good price. How is Asus? The thing is, I only buy like used cards. So like, how is like their warranty policy? And for that fact, how is Nvidia's Founders Edition warranty policy? I feel like they usually look pretty classy. Now this Asus TUF card does have a pretty ugly looking backplate. I think they got kind of corny with these. I don't know if I even have an image to show you. There's like ugly looking tire tracks on the back of it. With 3-year warranty. So pick up the phone.
Hey, put me on speaker so I can hear it.
Yeah, they can hear you, man.
All right, so here's the issue. They're ranking tough. We already know tough is tough. We have ROG, realm of gamers, baby. Strict.
Yeah, if you want to pay double the price.
That costs a whole kidney.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's undeniable that they are the Lamborghini of graphics cards. You get speed and reliability.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stick with the underdog here. Sorry, Yeston for the win.
Oh, say yes for Yeston. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Say yes for Yeston, but I will say ROG is definitely a solid pick if you're Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a sucker, go with MSI. Now, I want you to put MSI in its own tier list because it's MSI. All they do is flop.
Yeah, we get an MSI tier later on here. Easy clap.
Well, that's all I had to say. Yes, and for the win. And just if you don't want your lungs.
Okay.
Shout out to Skynet.
Yeah, say yes to Yeston. All right. That is the average Yeston enjoyer there. Oh, I meant to put ASRock on this list and I forgot about ASRock. I forgot to put it back on. I'll have to add ASRock. Remind me later. All right, I'll try to get it right now. Let's try to do it right now. So guys, Cameron just came on the line and he just said that Asus is pretty good. You get the value, you get the reliability of ROG, but you don't have to pay the full price of Asus. Let's put ASRock on here. Let me get this. You guys like that picture? Let's use that picture for ASRock. There we go. I did a lot of Google searching today. Okay. Now we can add ASRock to this list. There we go. Okay, but we gotta do the Asus. TUF is tough. How is Asus better than ROG? Well, Asus is cheaper, still performs well, and you don't get all the RGB, yeah, but they usually look pretty classy, all things considered. So they look pretty good. And you don't really compromise on a whole lot. I would kind of say that normal Asus is probably S tier. I'm putting this baby in S tier. They're pretty nice. They don't overdo it with the RGB. You don't have to pay extra $200. I think they're pretty much the top of the pack. If you're looking on the used market, you're probably looking for an Asus card. Okay, so let's save the ASRock until after all these Asus ones. I'm just gonna say it straight up. ROG is B. It's mid. It's mid, guys. So everything with Asus that isn't ROG is Asus. Guys, you're paying an extra $400 for RGB. That's basically what ROG is. And some goofy ass marketing. Now, move on to everybody's favorite ugly brown color, Noctua. I'm putting Noctua in C. Now, some of you guys might not know, Noctua has done some collabs with Asus. Yeah, and they look like this. They don't look that bad. This is a 4-slot card, ginormous. And it costs as much as an ROG card. Now, if you're really into this ugly brown color, thanks, Cameron. If you're really into this ugly brown color, then you can get this. But I wouldn't get it personally. One second. I prefer the ones. Yeah, it's just too expensive. Let's look at the price. Can we? I don't know if we can still find this nowadays. Noctua X3070. So I remember watching a video on YouTube about this card. It was like, man, it cools so well. It's so quiet. It's awesome. And it is really cool because it's full 120 millimeter fans on this thing. But oh my God. Okay. Let's see here. It's a 3070. Like, I don't know if this is more overpriced than it was. I don't know where it started. But it's going for $800 for a 3070 nowadays, guys. I think they tried. I might even move to D. It's just too expensive. It's not feasible. And it doesn't match everybody's builds, on top of it being a 4-slot card just for a 3070. I don't know anything about Sparkle, but we'll check out Sparkle towards the end. Just remind me. Sparkle's dog nuts. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, and do you remember the video where Linus strapped a Noctua fan to a graphics card and it was good. This is all Noctua needed to do, and they didn't do it. They made it huge. They made it ginormous. Exactly. What the hell is Sparkle? Okay, so let's move on to ASRock. I think ASRock, I don't know how their cards perform, but they seem to probably be about a B, all things considered. And that's because they look ugly, but they are cheap, which is, they're usually the MSRP cards that go for pretty cheap. But as you remember this one, the cursed logo for this ASRock card just does not hit it for me. Big but cheap. They usually are pretty big too. Even like there's a 6600 XT model that was like ginormous. I just like, why did they take these ugly pictures of this card? My brand S, your brand F. So I would say this is probably like also, why is this so expensive? This is 6800. This isn't even XT. This needs to go down. It needs to go down, guys. I probably put them in B. They're not bad, and they are one of the only companies that have worked with Intel so far. So I give them a little bit extra credit. Sparkle makes more of a sort of basic, but they're not overstated or overly clean. Sleek, smooth, and slim. It kind of looks like it's from a sci-fi. They shouldn't have made their pictures like this. It's so ugly. Okay, so let's move on to colorful. Now, generally speaking, unless there is, like, we're going to talk about performance, obviously we've been mentioning it, but unless there is obviously something that did like really bad temperatures or really, really loud, they're just putting out awful cards. Obviously, if you spend really cheap and you get a blower style card, it's going to be loud and stuff. Colorful, I think, is an Eastern brand. Not 100% sure, but they make some pretty nice looking cards. Is it this? I like this. This is a colorful iGame card, a 3070. 3-fan cooler, obviously. It doesn't look like it's that tall, which is nice. And here's a Battle Axe card. I know I've heard of the Battle Axe ones. And they've made some crazy high-end ones for like 4090s and stuff. They want it to be Yeston. ASRock. I made this. I think this one's pretty classy. I feel like they're pretty good. I think they're an Easter brand. Like if you're in the US, you might not know about it. I barely know anything about them, but they look pretty good. So I'll take it. I think I'm gonna put them A tier as well. I think above Nvidia. Surprisingly good and kind of underrated in the US. Probably could grow here if they want to. All right, now we're gonna move on to probably the best graphics card brand, and that is Dell. So that gets the easy S tier, probably. I think everybody can agree. And like while we're at it, we'll just put HP up there too. Now Dell, it wouldn't be fair to put Dell in the same tier as Noctua, I don't think. So because Dell's cards are genuinely bad, I think they have to go F. I think it has to be F. Or else we have to shift Noctua around. So here are the Dell reference cards. They always perform terribly. Dude, the Dell cards are all over the used market right now. If you go shopping right now, you see these all the time, and they're always cheaper, but nobody wants them, so they don't sell. Yes, they look like these. Real basic looking, ugly, it has a green PCB, because you're really never supposed to look inside of a Dell computer. D for Dell. We can make a double D tier, and it's just Dell tier. They used to make blower Pascal cards. They're so bad. Yeah, not only does it look bad, it performs bad. And the Gamers Nexus did a really good review on it, and it was terrible. You know what we'll do. This thing's so annoying. You can't highlight text in or else it closes it. This website is so buggy. Double D tier for Dell. Poor Dell. Dell and HP are in their own tier. Or what if it was like... Would rather die tier. That's Dell. And then we're gonna move it to the bottom. Yeah. Okay. So I think we're past Dell, right? You think we put Dell in their place? I think they're fine. Petition to put HP Goofy. Oh my god. They should never make graphics cards. I wonder how cheap they make their graphics cards for though, considering how bad they are. So yeah, let's move on to EVGA. You guys might not like me for this. This is where I'm gonna burn some bridges. I might, like, there's starting to be too many cards in B. But I think I'm gonna go A. The only thing that's holding EVGA back, their cards usually perform pretty well, but, well, one, they're not around anymore, so they couldn't handle the heat. So stay out of the kitchen, you know what I mean? But also, my opinion, a lot of people do say that EVGA cards look good. I'm not a huge fan of them. They're solid, they're reliable to buy, and they have that great EVGA warranty, like a lot of people buy EVGA for. And that's about it though. If they looked really nice, I don't like how this like wavy design was on this card. And like the E's. These genuinely don't look as good as some other cards, but I feel like we get some rose tinted glass about EVGA that maybe their cards weren't actually what made them so good. It was more the RMA, you guys are saying, and that they're reliable. Pretty good. It's a PF 100. Yeah, I would put EVGA lower than Asus. I want to know why you would put EVGA above Asus. It is S tier simply because the company seemed to be for the consumer. Yeah, they were solid. A is still good, guys. I just don't think they're S. Yeah. B and B plus tier. We'll just sort them out, actually. Like, I think ROG is above the reference cards. And just, like, I put EVGA above colorful. And then ASRock is at the bottom. ASRock might end up being C. We can rearrange later. Yeah, the motherboard tier Asus might be at the bottom of that. Inno 3D. I think that's also an Eastern brand. What happened to Noctua? Noctua is like, hey, do you want good cooling? Which another, like tons of other cards that are already made can do good cooling. Noctua is like, okay, give us $400 more. And yeah, that's Noctua. That's why they're in D tier. So you guys probably also don't know about Gainward. Let's move on to them. So Gainward, I think these are some Eastern brands, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I didn't put PNY on this list. We need to get that on there too. So like, this is like a Gainware graphics card. I was impressed with how these 3070s looked. It looks pretty good. The other one's a little bit more corny, but not bad. I don't like this one as much. I feel like they're a B. Did they try to make like the cheap cards? Are they trying to be a premium brand? I don't really know. Do they have cards that are MSRP? I thought that was a PNY card. A puny card. Let me put Galaxy where it's supposed to be here. I think I might be leaning towards C as well. Show the Hall of Fame edition. Are you talking about the EVGA one? Was that Galax? Oh no, they don't have a Hall of Fame. Does Gainward make Hall of Fame? Or are you talking about Galax? Yeah, we're not on Galax yet. We're gonna wait. Yeah, I'd say Gainward's probably C. Some of their cards look okay. Some of them are not that good. This is what my Galax picture looked like earlier, so just ignore that white spot in the thing. You can't see it. So HP. Would rather die? I think we can all agree on that. Although I think HP is a step above Dell. Just because their cards look somewhat decent. So this is an HP card. It doesn't look that bad. Mostly looks because I can't go through and get the performance for every single one, unfortunately. But like there's, you know, when they perform poorly. You think this HP card is D tier? With Noctua? But I don't think it performs that well. It's only a 2-slot card for a 30. Well, let's look at the performance for this card. There isn't a good review on it. Didn't think there would be. Dang it.
Hey guys, Dan the Man here, and today we're gonna actually open.
But Noctua and C, because I mean, at least the Noctua card performs well. This card doesn't look that bad. That's very interesting. What the heck is what thermal pads do they use on this thing? Ew. They put like thermal paste on them. You have to clean them up. I mean, they definitely cheap out on it still, but it looks better than Dell. I would, but what if HP just goes F? I can see. How you watching Emra? Yeah, I watched a little Emra. HP 580 was hot and slow and loud. That's why I'm almost just like, why just put it? There's like the baseline. You need like something to a level. Like it needs to function. So if you have HP cards that, you know, don't even work properly, I feel like it has to be F. I feel like HP and Noctua don't even belong in the same tier. At least Noctua cards work. HP is trash. I'm gonna leave it like this. Okay. For some reason my thing isn't working. It's annoying. Okay. Galax. I think Galax is probably either high B or low A. Maybe above colorful, actually. Dell sucks, yep. But Alienware, though? I think Galax is... What's wrong with Galax? Sapphire is on here. Let's see these Galax cards. Here they are. Is this one bad? Is that like the they have cringe marketing? That's fair. ROG also has cringe marketing. Yeah, Alienware's trash too. The Galaxy Hall of Fame. Yeah, we'll check that out. Well, apparently when I was looking up this card, there's also a waifu version of it. And I'm just like, how many brands are doing this nowadays? Is the Galaxy big in the US? Like, I'd never heard about this. Are they? I think I've heard of them being in like South America big. Yeah, waifu makes S tier, right? It's like waifu and then edgy dude on the card. He's like, wow, I'm Eminem. I'm so cool. Let's look at the Galaxy Hall of Fame because you guys are talking about a lot about this thing. Let's see this thing. What is this guy? Oh, Galaxy card. Galaxy must have been around for a while. Oh wait, I've seen this. It's the thing with the crown on it. Yeah, I've seen this. I think they also made that card that had two 12-pin connectors on it. I say this is pretty cringy. I guess you can take off the little crown thing. But I'd say that's pretty cringy, guys. That one's not that bad. I feel like it's a little bit too much. Anyway, so there's a screen on there. Yeah. I think I'm not gonna lie, that you guys told me to look up the Hall of Fame card. Shouldn't have told me to look up the Hall of Fame card. I think this is at least getting low B. That or the Yeston card. Now, the problem with the Galaxy one, the waifu one here, is I don't think the waifu's on the back of it. I think it's just on the box. So that's a no-go. You know, it doesn't give it bonus points if you can't look over at your computer and see your waifu. So, you know, you have to drop it down. So let's move on to a more like normal brand, at least in the US, is we've divided Gigabyte and Aorus into two. So let's do Gigabyte first. I think Gigabyte, I think it's getting mid-A because it doesn't always have the best cooling. More like Nost. You undervolted your... Let's look at some of these Gigabyte cards. So this is like the more like budget version. I think this is the card that goes for MSRP, right? I'm pretty sure they usually perform pretty well. They look decent. They also made this Vision one, which is white. Looks pretty sick to me. I think I do think you get a nice value for this MSRP card. They're usually good. They make the Gigabyte Eagle ones, which don't look the best. They usually have like an orange and blue style. But let's look at that Gigabyte Eagle one. These don't always look the best. I didn't like with the last generation, they cut out the notch. Like it was going to have SLI on it, and it just didn't. I don't know why they did that. But I don't think these ones look that good. But they perform well. They're actually some... they perform... Like if we were put Asus with the TUF cards and stuff in the S tier, these cards perform pretty close to the Asus TUF ones, at least from the most recent generations. And they don't look bad. So I'm probably going to say maybe low A. I feel like they're above Nvidia's Founders cards, though. Let's see here. It looks pretty good. You guys are like, nah. Like an Asus tool. What makes you want to get Asus over that? These perform pretty good. I think you get a little RGB on that. I could see B and maybe low A. My cat is on my desk. Oh, guys, this is that cat that was in the box when I was testing. I don't know if you guys saw the community post. Look at her. She's like, why are you lifting me up? There you go. That's spooky. I think above Galax and ASRock, but below the AMD reference cards. I feel like that's fair. But then Aorus is kind of the same type of thing. I usually think the Aorus cards try to do too much. They're too expensive. They're like the Noctua ones. I think it's C, mid C. So let's look at these Aorus. These cards are ginormous, by the way. Yeah, it's just too expensive. Like, what do you really get? Like, they put a screen on some of them. What is kind of cool is this one looks like it has a ton of display outs, which is neat, I guess. Bicep Bird brand. True. It's not that they look bad, it's that they're too expensive for what they are. Chuck said, I'm retiring my 47 Gigabyte WindForce. The fan isn't making a click noise and it claims is making a click noise. Already? That's tough. Wait, you can register for a 4th year warranty. That's interesting. I know, but wait, HD Bear, is that just for Aorus cards or is that for Gigabyte in general? Died of cringe. I'd say it has to be. I would almost drop Noctua back to D. That we'll have to rearrange this. The Aorus card. I've heard the Aorus ones are kind of iffy sometimes because I was looking up reviews of a 3080 because I was thinking about getting an Aorus 3080 because it was actually going for really cheap on the used market for some reason. I looked it up and even the giant 4-slot cards didn't always perform that well. I think Noctua is below Aorus because you're not getting as much as you do with the Aorus card, and I think the Aorus card is cheaper than Noctua. Dark Teeth fan blades, yeah. Okay, let's move on to yep. You guys get to see everything that's on here. Is XFX, Yeston, and then yeah. So let's move on to Inno3D. Like, a lot of us probably don't know these brands. That's the only problem is like I can't speak on these entirely. So if you guys had experience with Inno3D, I'm feeling that they're probably going to be around a B. There's some pictures I have of these. I don't think these look bad. I'm pretty sure they're kind of mid. This is a 3080, by the way. Inno3D is unoriginal and looks like the Asus TUF layout, overpriced sometimes and lazy customer service. Their budget cards. This one looks fine. This one isn't doing anything crazy here. This is a 3070 Ti right there. I think this one's kind of ugly, but it would be I mean, the base models from the other brands look better. You know, if this is the cheap card from Inno3D, a base model MSI card or a Gigabyte card, Asus card, all look better. But I don't know, was this one cheap? I don't really know. The iChill. I'd rather have a 4090 with 6 GB of RAM. VRAM is below. Matrox started making cards again, did they? I don't know what that is. I call Gigabyte and they blame power supply. Oh my god. They blamed your power supply for your fan ticking. That's funny. You said this looks like a Dell card? Look at this goofy ass mother. It's like there's a fan on the side of it. Has another fan. I'd say just for the corniness, I'm gonna have to put it a little bit lower. I think above Gainward. Nah, I think Gainward's better actually. Let's see. Right below Gainward. I feel like Gainward's better. You just don't understand art. It's just, as you know, I am an art enjoyer. Okay, I like the waifu cards. Like get me, you know what I mean? And like this one, you know, I'm an art enjoyer. So speaking of waifu cards, let's move on to Maxsun. And then the easy S tier, obviously, but there's waifus. So yeah, let's check out the let's check out the Maxsun cards. Let's start it off tame. I think they generally is this yeah, this is Maxsun. I think Maxsun isn't that just the version of colorful? I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, isn't it? But it's the Eastern version, I think. So yeah. Yeah, and then you get cards like this, and they go crazy on the waifus compared to, like, if you think Yeston was kind of cringe, like, you haven't seen Maxsun. I don't know if they refurbish motherboards. I don't know the history of it. I feel like, yeah, you do get waifus though. So, I mean, this, if you get waifus, like, you get instant up to B tier, right? At least. I don't know how they perform. I don't know how expensive they are. This tier for waifu. I feel like realistically, I mean, I appreciate that they have waifus on them, but it's like, I feel like they go down. I think we're probably looking more towards like a around here, maybe above ROG, because they're at least creative. What do you think about that? Can you even make a 5700 XT card properly? Was that one awful? Let's look up the Max. Hopefully this isn't gonna get me demonetized. D700 XT. It's coming up with did they even make a 5700 XT? I don't even know. So is this like their cringe brand? Is that like, I think it's like Colorful is like offshoot, right? Oh, you're talking about Asus. I didn't hear about that. I feel like one-off like things like that, unless it's really consistent or they keep having problems with their cards, I don't really mind it. It's like how the 7900 XTX from AMD, the reference card, had the vapor chamber problem. As long as they correct their mistake, get people what they paid for, I'm okay with it. What did Asus do to handle the loose screws? Or do you use overpriced? Yeah, for their cooler tax, yeah. Did you guys see that there's in Japan they're selling a 4090, and when you buy a 4090 you got an ARC A750 for free with it. Asus TUF brands are usually MSRP, but they've been reusing the same shroud for the past couple generations, so I don't think it make like cost them a whole lot. It looks fine though, so you can't really complain. What is Japan smoking, yo? Insane. Found one that's 650. Strix card? Or wait, a TUF card? What TUF card? So I feel like that's fair. Just because they're trying something different in this market, I'm gonna give Maxsun a little bit higher. It's still just B. It's just like a little above mid, you know. I don't know. MSI. Now, MSI is, you know, like a reliable brand that a lot of people know about, obviously. I'd say they're probably B tier. Maybe just below ROG. There's a lot of B tier cards though. Asus TUF 4070 OC. That's a little expensive for one. I feel like you could get the non-OC one for 600 even. You like the dragon? Let's see if there's more like art about the dragon. MSI dragon. Yeah, he's kind of funny looking though. He's kind of goofy. And this looks a lot, like kind of badass, you know? It's not bad. This guy likes MSI, I think, a little bit. The only problem with MSI is they don't make the best cards. Now they perform cooling wise well, but they don't usually put the best VRMs in their cards. Usually their capacitors are not as high quality as the other ones, and there's a reason I didn't buy one. Now I have an MSI card. I actually have an MSI 1070, but I had like the base model, like it didn't look good, so I'm not even gonna bring it up here. Here's like some of the, I think this is the Supreme. Here's like what it would look like in a PC. Obviously, the fact this was taken with a good camera makes it look good. But you have a Supreme X. They offer this 2-fan one for the 3070. They look pretty good. They don't have the best components. That's the only problem though. That's a gaming trio. Okay, got you. I'd maybe put them above Maxsun then. Maybe A tier. Now we just need a card with an RGB waifu dragon card with Noctua coolers collab from ROG, Yeston, MSI, and Noctua. I think that would maybe make an S tier card, right? Am I right? Oh, I mean, wait. Just because they make Afterburner, I'm gonna put them above Nvidia's reference. Wait, what? What did you say? I had to finish the hub video to refresh my memory. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about your system, like you had to refresh your RAM. But the Strix 5700 XT, make fun of me for that if you want, had a bad BIOS for months and was reviewed poorly, then released with a cooler not screwed on properly. Woo! That was bad. PAL is above NO. MSI Ventus 4070 has overheating problems. 4070? Really? MSI Ventus? Huh. I think didn't Hardware Unboxed have this one? This one has a problem? I feel like Steve would have mentioned that in his video. He had this one. He had the 3-fan model. It looks like there's a 2-fan one as well. Getting dragged through the mud, right? Yep. This is their cheap card. You gotta remember that. Okay, see. What makes you think MSI is not A tier? They make solid cards. The only thing Also, how's their customer service? Again, I don't buy new cards. I don't get customer service. I mean, you can just get the Founders Edition. The 4070 Founders is good. But what makes you think MSI is not A? They also make Afterburner, which is sick. Although they contract out to do that. They were scalping cards. I mean, everybody was scalping cards. MSI was scalping cards. I think everybody was. Yeah, I don't like their VRMs. That's why they don't quite get S. But otherwise, the cards are generally reliable. Let's move on to Palit. Okay. So, how big is Palit around here? I don't really even know. I barely ever even heard of them. Is this an Eastern brand? I barely know anything. This card is cringy as. The plastic crystals. I feel like this is gonna be a C tier. Yeah. This just looks corny. I'm not gonna lie. People like this. How do they perform though? GPU to match Trident well. Yeah. Yeah. This ASRock one is not doing it for me. I'm gonna have to probably put them in C. I feel like Aorus is better than them though. To put Aorus there, it's just because Aorus is expensive. It might go down to D with Noctua. Their cards aren't overpriced though, and they do function. Ugh. Not making a theme build for the ASRock card, bruh. Covering that in the sticker crystals. The palette is cheap in the EU. So they're like one of the what's it called? The God, my mind's drawing a blank. The MSRP kind of cards. Made out of actual rock. Coil line is gonna happen. Yeah. So let's move on to some of the AMD brands. These are the AMD exclusive ones. Obviously, most of these companies do make cards for AMD as well, except for like, you know, EVGA. Obviously, they're not around anymore, but they didn't make cards for them. Asus makes cards for AMD. I think Colorful does as well. MSI, ROG, Gigabyte, ASRock does. Galix does. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's tons there. So let's move on to PowerColor. The Sapphire is the Nitro one here. This is Sapphire. I couldn't find a good logo picture of them that was like kind of square to fit this tier list, so I just went with their thing. Because PowerColor makes the Hellhound cards and the what's the other one called? The Red Devils. I feel like they're good. And then they also make the cheaper like 2-fan ones like this, right? I feel like they're like A. The Red Devils are pretty badass as well. And maybe justify S. Yeah, actually don't know Sapphire does, but let's stay on the topic of PowerColor right now. They made this white Hellhound as well. This one looked pretty cool. I like the white PCB, dude. That looks so clean. I like that. So if you guys were to, have you guys bought AMD cards? If you were to buy any of these brands, PowerColor, Sapphire, XFX, which one would be your pick? I feel like PowerColor is probably like A. Like XFX, they aren't all that expensive compared to OC cards. By PowerColor, Sapphire. Sapphire. Interesting. Because I've never owned AMD cards. I can't speak too in depth about this. So, I think bottom of A for PowerColor. Maybe just above the reference cards for Nvidia. I feel like the Hellhound cards and the Red Devils make it better than Nvidia's offerings. Maybe above MSI. I think I'll do right below MSI. They're basically neck and neck, I think. Get ahead of MSI. Oh, they do include better capacitors and VRMs. Well, speaking of Sapphire, you guys love Sapphire apparently. Does that justify Sapphire being an S tier? Let's look at some of these Sapphire cards. Now, I don't even know if they make things outside of the Nitro, like one of you guys were saying in chat. I don't really know. They look okay. I wouldn't say these were the best. I like the backplate on this one. I'm pretty sure they usually perform quite well. Sapphire is above Asus. Pulse cleaner looks. Let's look at the Sapphire Pulse. Trying to get a good one. Not sure about the looks on these cards. Very high quality parts. We're gonna look at the 7900 XT one. Sapphire 7900 XTX. That one looks pretty nice. I like that. I'm vibing with that. You guys vibing with that? That's the Radeon one. My bag? That should be back now. Back. Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw my video. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with my computer or something. The so this video here with the terrible PC ports, I was talking about how OBS kept crashing in that video. It's been happening just like consistently now. Now it just freezes. Don't know why. I didn't hit the wrong key. It literally just freezes. It is what it is. I'm not admitting anything. I would never make a mistake. You guys know that. Come on. So, we were talking about Sapphire. This is the Nitro one. This is the direction they should go in. This looks good. And I think they should embrace that kind of like crystal structure. Do you see that? How the fans like are angular like crystals? Yeah, I should delete System 32. Yeah, I should do that. Maybe delete Windows while I'm at it. I think they stick with this kind of design. If they do, they get S. I'll put them right above colorful, right below EVGA. Oh, wait, that's PowerColor. Wait, where is this? I put them in S. They could stay S. Ugh. This is gonna be a little tangent, but Crisis One just said in the chat, said he's been watching a health doctor, said to drink a tablespoon of olive oil, cider, like a cleanse thing. I so didn't I used to take so much advice online. I don't take it anymore. Oh yeah, I also should download more RAM. I've been meaning to do that. So yeah, you could try that. I stopped doing that stuff. I just eat more fiber, eat more protein. Probably feel better. Would you rather get a 16 gigabyte more RAM or 500 gigabyte more SSD storage? Well, right now 32 gigabytes is fine on my system. So I'd probably take 500 gigabyte more SSD. Gigabyte is what it is. The Gigabyte card. I think most of the Gigabyte cards look pretty good. So we can check it. See if this could sway my opinion on Gigabyte. I was willing to give them like A. I think they're pretty solid. Yeah, it's just like that. Looks fine. The gaming OC card. They look good. So I think the common consensus of the XFX is at the bottom of AMD's kind of cards. Like maybe they're all pretty solid though. Like a B, maybe above the maybe above Maxsun. Let's check out what these ones look like. XFX. So the Merc ones, you guys probably see these all the time. Yeah, but all small cards pretty much run loud. I think AT, I was giving it a top of B. It's a budget, but I think around MSI. They look solid. They look fine. I think they perform okay. They're not absolutely killing everything. This looks cool here. You guys think about that. I like that backplate. It looks sick. But yeah. I could see it top of B. It's not as cringy as what Maxsun could be, you know? So, you know, we'll save Yeston for last. I don't know if you guys have had... So Zotac is a Nvidia exclusive card or brand. I don't know what your guys' experience have been with Zotac, but Zotac, it's probably D for me. Probably below Noctua. At least Noctua's cards are good. Zotac, from my experience, have run really hot and have been pretty cheaply made. So let's look at some Zotac cards. They look good. They don't have very good materials. They're usually all plastic. Even the backplate, which is annoying. They look fine. I had an RTX 3080 Zotac Amp Hollow. Ran hot. Got rid of it. Oh, camera. The 1080 Mini. I remember the 1080 Mini. That was pretty cool. Bro, my man AR is coming out with the interview questions. I feel like Zotac is a D though, just because their cards look good. They're usually priced pretty competitively. Maybe I could put them to C. It's just at the base level, your card has to perform well. And usually they run hot. They have good customer support. The temperature on the Zotac was about 85 degrees. I'll ask Cameron. Ask him if he wants to come on for Yeston. I think I'll put Zotac below Palit in C tier. At least you can afford a Zotac card, but The white Zotac cards. They look good. I bought the Amp Hollow card because it was Zotac's like top offering, and I thought it would be a good card. Cameron's gonna come on. He's gonna come on. Make sure that I could have him in here. Yes for Yeston. Yeston to S tier, not double S tier. Yeah. This is the big question, guys. Yeston. I'm gonna make sure I can get him in. Made sure that he's gonna output to you guys. Yeah.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Can you guys hear Cameron?
All right, let me pull up this live stream real quick. I gotta take a good long look at these tiers.
All right, bet.
All right, so I'm about to bomb this whole tier list, my guy.
Uh-huh.
So we look at the tier list. We got Asus. We got Asus, Nitro, S tier, EVGA, colorful. EVGA is dead, so mind you, they're standing their ground. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, EVGA, like they're just hanging in there right now. You know, they're surviving on the used market.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're on to Yeston. We're on to the God
might
card.
be crazy. This might be a crazy take to say, but
Yep.
we know Asus is solid black.
Okay. I mean, they're just bricks
And
with
then
RGB on them.
Sapphire is on the same side as it's on the same side because it's both AMD.
Mm-hmm.
So here comes the issue.
Yeah.
Yeston's its own tier. Yeston is SS tier, if not ASS tier. The problem is, so you see all these other cards? Colorful one to be Yeston. ROG costs an arm and a leg. MSI, you get bad returns from MSI. And then get this, EVGA is dead. Asus TUF, it's tough because you can't afford ROG. If you're single-handedly using Sapphire, you suck. You should have got an Nvidia graphics card. But yes, that makes Nvidia and AMD. So we all know where it goes. SS tier.
No S, let's go.
And then get this. XFS or XFX, garbage.
Yep. I mean, compared to Yeston.
And mind you, why is HP below Noctua? At least with HP, right?
At least you can afford it.
It's not that.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, Noctua costs 3 toes, a finger, and a brain stem. With HP, the biggest thing is it's proprietary. So people are throwing out the HP computers so you can repair it with the HP computer. When you break your Noctua stuff, you gotta buy another one.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Bro, have you seen the Noctua card?
repeat that.
Have you seen the Noctua card?
Yes, it's hideous.
It's a brick and it's brown.
Don't compare bricks to that because that's EVGA cards. First and foremost. Second,
Yeah.
get this. With Dell may be land waste, right? But at least you can afford Dell.
Oh,
You can't get a Yeston high-end GPU though. Sir, how do I say this, bro? How do I say this without hurting your feelings? When you have Yeston, it's already high-end. Think about it. It's Yeston. You got the graphics card, you got the RGB, and you got the gaming. RGB carries all graphics cards. I'm actually shocked ROG isn't on A tier because of RGB in it.
I mean, the
And
RGB
HP cards aren't
carries.
proprietary. HP cards aren't proprietary. That's nuts. Guess what? They are. Because when you order an HP card, you got every HP card that already exists. They cool like a vacuum cleaner. Their heat, like their max temps, honestly, could probably cook your pizza. You can legit just, I guarantee you, this is what HP does. They just take the graphics card motherboard and glue a fan on it. All you gotta do is to fix it, it's just unsolder the little chip they have, put the new one on, because you already know they're pre-owned. So.
Yeah, and they're flooding eBay right now.
Exactly. HP cards, right? HP cards, they're just like Chuck E. Cheese pizza. You just go in a little sandbox, put a bunch of crap together, you got an HP card.
I think the Dell ones are even worse. Yeah, they're like Dell ones are already on here. For this,
and mind you, Dell's Alienware.
$123.
Wait, what?
This Dell card is $123 on eBay.
You see? I mean, at least Dell's a bang for your buck. It's everything. It's everything above Noctua. Because Line has got a Noctua graphics card by zip tying Noctua fans to a 3080.
That's what they did. They just made it official. Dude. So,
and it's not a good deal for $100 for that Dell card.
Are you gonna
Not Dell, was HP, right?
No, it's Dell. It's Dell.
Oh, that's why it's Dell.
Yeah, ain't nobody buying that, bro. It's gonna go to the landfill.
Yeston is a collector's item. I mean, yeah, if you're part of the collection of gods. Yeston's not just a collection item; it's a tool.
So, would you put Noctua? Like, would you rather die than have a Noctua card? You know?
Well, but if you have a Noctua card, your whole build's gonna be looking like a coffee shop.
Okay.
But then, if you have a, that is actually a good question, because you can get a dog shit HP card.
You can.
And you can get that for a percentage of the price for Noctua. Same spec, same performance. You just gotta replace it every month. But then, like, you'll go through 7 HP cards to get one Noctua card.
He said, Igor said it. I'm sitting here with 3 Noctua fans in my case. Bro, he got the brown ones. Oh, no.
You should have got the Linus Tech Tip ones, the blacks.
Yeah, the actual decent looking fans. Oof. They may be quiet, but they're hideous.
I gotta look up Noctua fan build.
Oh, no.
We gotta... It just all looks like garbage.
Okay, let's put this to rest, though. Everyone here agrees Yeston is double S tier. It's more than collectors. It is ascended collectors.
Right. So don't listen to Sidri. Bro's smoking something crazy.
No, dude, yeah, my man is tripping.
I'd rather have a Noctua card than outplace Yeston card. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry you like poop colors in your computer.
Oh, okay. So I need to ask you a serious question too.
I'm yours.
Like, I know Yeston has decent, like, card designs and stuff, right? So the waifus are pretty good. Yeston waifus or Maxsun waifus?
Yeston.
Maxsun
look very generic. See?
Yeah.
Look at that.
I mean, they're thick, but that's about it.
Yeah, bro, they're trying to be Yeston. That's the issue.
You can't be the best.
Bro, Yeston card all white, lol. Would you rather have a shit stain for a computer or a gorgeous white build for your computer?
Look how gorgeous this card is. Don't even cap.
And then, bro, your build will look like a Minecraft dirt block. Yeah. No, it looked like brown clay.
No.
And then they want to bring up Sparkle. I'm sorry. Sparkle is a solid brand, don't get me wrong. But their designs. Sparkle
I think they're
looks
boring.
like it was old. Yeah. They look like Legos. No, Sparkle doesn't look like that. It looks like really cheap. They look like they're made to play Far Cry 2. Not
you guys can't look at this card.
Richard,
hey, here's a Spark it. He said except for the waifu.
Why'd you buy the card then, genius?
Also, the temps on the Yeston card. Do you have any like? Did you ever measure that?
No, I should.
You have like
I know
9 fans in your case, so
Yeah.
they're probably pretty good there. I think it.
But
I think
know-
my 3080 probably does beat the Yeston card, unfortunately.
But if I'm gonna be honest though, all shits and giggles aside,
Yeah.
if Yeston wasn't in its own tier, it would have to be an A tier just because their cooling's what gets them. But you know, it's Yeston.
It's
so.
Yeston, so they ascended.
Sparkle looks like an $8 blue button-up shirt you find at Goodwill or Giant Tiger. Sparkle looks clean if you live in 2001, back when they just started getting custom stuff.
See, a lot of people are
They want you
talking
to
about
rank art cards.
art cards. What are the art cards? Oh, ARC.
Intel.
There's only like 2, right? Is there? Wait, is there 3?
Yeah.
There's an ASRock one, Acer one. Acer made a graphics card.
I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, but
Don't rank them.
I gotta say this here. This Sparkle card. It looks like the Dell card. You can't look at this and tell me it doesn't look like the Dell card. Let me pull out the Dell card.
It looks basic. 2001
It has
made
the
some
stripes.
pretty darn cool cards art-wise. I can agree with you. For the time being, of course.
Yeah, the Dell card has a green BCB, but
Say yes to Yeston, of course. Yeah. Propaganda.
this guy's saying XFX should be S tier.
I disagree.
They should be mid tier. They're solid. I feel like all the
But no.
AMD exclusive vans are pretty good.
Well, the issue is art got bitched out. That's the issue.
Yes, I mean we can
Because-
do the art cards. This card
You
doesn't
get a
look good to me.
free. You get a free art card with a 4090.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Oh, no.
It
Dude.
has no purpose.
They're giving them shits away now.
Dell does look cheap. Who compared Dell to Sparkle? They didn't get their eyes checked. That's nuts.
Oh my god.
Not that I'm trying to slander.
Bro, it's
anybody.
bad. They're talking like these. I pulled up Sparkle graphics cards. Where's their logo? Is this their? This is not the logo. Guys, it looks like a joke. Wait, did you not hear my comparison from Dell to Sparkle?
You compared Dell to Sparkle?
Yeah, I said Sparkle looks like the Dell card.
I mean, that one card did, but all the other ones, Dell actually just looks like a McDonald's toy. At least.
It does. I mean,
Sparkle looks like the old toy you find at the bottom of the basket. Yeah, Luke, you get a free art card with a 4090.
yep, in
Intel
Japan.
got bitched out.
They're not selling. Dude, the only thing with ARC that holds me back is it doesn't run 1440p that well. So they're just not powerful enough.
Bro, Intel's tripping. They're tripping balls. At least Sparkle had a fan. The Dell cards only had a heatsink. They're McDonald's toys. They can't afford fans. They run off of AA batteries.
No, bro.
I would die in the hill that the A770 limited edition is the best looking GPU. I gotta see this.
Acer?
I'm not gonna lie, my man. It just looks like RGB fanless Founders Edition 30 series. That's all it looks like.
Dude, chat was loving the Nvidia reference cards. I was gonna put it at like B or C.
No, the Nvidia reference cards look clean.
They do look clean. They definitely upped their game.
Art card that comes with a free 4090. You're getting scammed if you're paying that much for an art card, though.
No, you pay $250 and you get a 4090. It's just different in Japan, you know?
Sparkle logo looks like a crayon company.
It does, bro. They had their kids make that.
When you do motherboards on this, if
Oh
he
my
does
God.
motherboards, unfortunately, ROG actually will just solo the verse.
You think so? People were saying Asus
Yeah.
cards, Asus boards are terrible. Just because of their branding. I hate that it says ROG, 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 ROG.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, ROG, they should just get like what TUF. The problem is TUF is competing with ROG. And so when you get a TUF board, you're like, man, I should have just got the ROG board because of RGB. And it's more stacked. Like, I went from a TUF board to a ROG board.
Why did you upgrade to...
Because I gave it to my little brother.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, I did add Acer and Sparkle to this list. What's up? I don't have any.
Put Sparkle in C tier, honestly.
Do their cards
Acer
perform
Bifrost
well?
has me rolling on the floor.
Chat, do you know
What's funny
Sparkle
about it?
cards perform well?
Oh my goodness, Acer's graphics card looks terrible.
I know, and they made it for the Arc. I didn't like it. And it
That's
performed...
an Arc Flash.
It performed...
That's a disaster.
Oh, we do need an Intel logo. True.
Alright. He's spitting facts. I prefer Gigabyte and Asus BIOS for motherboards. Spitting facts. Asus ROG motherboards are terrible. They explode CPU and void warranty. I had Crosshair 7 and right now I have the X570, so I never got a blowing up CPU. But if it didn't, I'll let you guys know.
Okay, chat. These are the Acer Predator Arc A770s. These perform worse than the reference cards. They look okay. I think they go for cheaper though.
ROG is blue and red, patriotic cringe. Sorry, bro. You got banned from the Republic of Gamers. You can't be here anymore.
Bro, the Republic prevails.
It looks crooked. Alright. They should have took the measure to the card.
Oh no, it's more. No way, dude.
Acer Bifrost is worse than ASRock PG gaming.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
ASRock.
ASRock, sorry. Dude, the Intel one's cheaper than that. No, and the Predator performs worst.
Dell 3090 VRAM exceeded 100 degrees Celsius. I mean, water cooling? No, we'll boil it.
Yeah, you just
It's actually boiling level.
maybe you stack 2 of the Dell heat sinks on top of each other, you can get a base model Asus card performance, or maybe
Look at
half
the
of a
Arc
Yesen
Ganier
performance.
while you're at it. Gotta roast that too while we're at it. Alright, let's see this garbage.
Can
I
hear?
have Guardian music from Breath of the Wild playing on loop in my headphones. It's driving me nuts.
But do you want to tell chat what you have?
Oh, they already know. Everyone has it. I got Tears of the Kingdom running at 60 frames a second in 1440p. Don't tell Nintendo, and if they do, I'll show them the receipt. I already pre-ordered it.
I pre-ordered it. My man has the new Breath of the Wild right now.
Bro, the Ganier looks like garbage.
It's fine. I think this is the Arc A380, so this card's only $140.
It just looks like carbon fiber garbage. Oh my goodness.
It's looking pretty close to the Dell card.
Don't even insult the Dell card like this.
Nah.
This is just like off-brand Jordan. It's like, I never seen Jordan do that before. This is awful. Sidri, I'm sorry, bro. We're not going to roast the Yesen card. It has more value than 90% of the cards in this tier list.
Okay, let me get this Intel logo here as well.
I'm sorry, Richard. I'm sorry that hurt your feelings.
What did you do?
I'm sorry
What did
that,
you do to Richard?
Richard got the Nintendo Ninja after me. I snitched.
No.
Oh, he snitched. I'm going to be dead.
Dude,
Tell my family I love them.
the Nintendo clan's gonna get you, bro.
The fans look like a little like the FE20 series. Nintendo are the worst company. It's not Nintendo that's the issue.
You just say Nintendo's not the
Honestly,
problem.
it's the Nintendo Yakuza clan that they call their legal team. The Nintenjas.
Okay, the Acer card, I feel like just Sparkle just for the logo is going low. I feel like Acer's mid C.
Yeah, it's Acer. Acer's always been mid.
Yeah, I think decent monitors though. Just kind of cheap.
D for Dell ripoff? Alright. I think Luke's spitting facts.
For Dell.
He could go under Noctua. Noctua has more of a place, honestly.
This Noctua is unique. Imagine copying the Dell card.
The Arc FE series is a real clean though. It's like a nice suit. Yeah, from Macy's.
Nah, dude, shut the. I can't swear here. Dude, the Intel cards, I'm putting them in S, dude. These things look sick.
All right.
Look at the.
No, I'm not saying Macy suits look bad. They just Nintendo CEO gonna ruin lives. He already did. You see what he did to Gary Bowser? Bro has to pay Nintendo every check he makes for the rest of his life.
I like these art cards, dude.
I just like it looks clean.
The only problem I
real
have
clean.
with them is that they used adhesives to make them.
Oh.
So you can't really take them apart.
They use plenty of glue on the Intel cards. Yeah.
Dude, they also
Arts and
huffed
crafts.
some of the glue when they were thinking that.
So it's like the Tesla of GPUs right now.
That's the only thing that holds them back. They look. What a good intro to graphics cards, though. They make their first
Whoa.
cards. They make those beautiful coolers.
I just thought of an idea.
Yeah,
We build an Arc. We build an Arc PC build.
I'm gonna
call it
put an
Full
A
Metal
just
Alchemist.
because they're adhesives.
Not only that.
Yeah.
Because it's Intel. They're coming up.
They would come up. Yeah.
They put two
Next time they'll use
65-year-olds in
screws.
jail for hosting ROMs. All for people over there at Nintendo. I mean, they broke the law. Don't get me wrong, but it's not Nintendo as a whole. It's the Yakuza. I mean, Dojima. I mean, their legal team.
Yeah, and we'll never see another Smash tournament.
But yeah, honestly, like I said, do an Intel build. Name it Full Metal Alchemist because we're using the Alchemist card.
Yeah. I would actually love to do that. I don't have that, like, you know, discretionary income to just build another PC.
I'll never buy Nintendo because how they treat their fans. Yeah, I feel that. When I buy Nintendo games, I don't even buy them for my Switch anymore. I just put them on my PC.
Bruh.
But get this.
Yeah. Mhm.
I just found my SLI slot, my ROG SLI slot.
Yeah.
So I can buy another 770, and we could do SLI 770s in 2023. Oh, good point. PNY. Speaking of 770s,
Oh. Y'all don't even know the history. Bruh, okay. Chat. So my first graphics card was a PNY. What was 770 GTX?
Enthusiast edition. I have it right here.
It looks surprisingly cool, didn't it?
Yeah.
I think I got it for what, $100 back in 2016, 15. I sold it to Cameron later on in a bundle. what was it? I think I sold you my whole first
DDR3.
build. Yeah, I sold my whole first build for $100, I think, too.
I was working for Acer and quit due to poor quality and overpriced crap. Sounds like an Acer laptop.
Yeah. The plastic build, you can freaking flex that thing, build a paper airplane out of it.
PNY stands for pick no for Yesin.
Pick Yesin
good
instead.
take. That's a good take, bro. Pick no for Yesin. Just because it's PNY. But guess what?
Yeah.
Get this.
Mhm.
PNY's modern cards look exactly the same as their old cards, though.
Guys, this logo in here is kind of scuffed. I feel like their new cards, at least the one that I had, that 770, and that you have now, I feel like that one looked better than some of their new cards.
Well, Luke, look at it like this. If you don't have to buy a Switch to play legacy games, just since you're here, get on your gaming PC and get the rights to those games and put them on there.
Dude, he said, Cameron, we have Yeston haters in chat right now.
I'm not gonna say a word to them. They're coping. They wanted their HP graphics cards to get in the S tier.
Dude, they're huffing glue from the Intel cards. That's crazy.
I like the PNY Verto, all black, no RGB. But RGB saves gamings. It saves gaming, bro.
This one looks okay. I don't like this one though. What is this, Accelerate? Have you seen these ones?
XLR8.
Yeah, it's the stupid way they type it too.
They smell like Ben 10. To the B450 guy, put a 5800X 3D in that. That's what I want to do to my board. My B4, what was it? My X470.
I feel like PNY
My
is kind of
X470.
mid.
My X470 board died on my ITX build. I'm kind of sad about that.
X470. You had an Intel build?
No, Intel. I meant ROG. That's no. I'm tripping. No, X470's AMD.
Is that?
Yeah. PNY, don't they make the Quadro cards?
They quad.
They do, don't they? Yeah, they do.
Like the Nvidia Quadro?
Yeah.
Oh, this is PNY?
Yeah.
They make the founders cards for these? The freaking one slots, dude, they look so clean, but I know the cooling is like bleh.
Bro, it's okay. You just take it off and put a little water block on it.
Yeah.
I'm poor, so I bought the 4090 PNY. Very basic.
Yeah.
If you're poor, I would have not bought a 4090.
No, bro, he's poor, so you got the cheap one.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad.
Well, duh. And then you got an A750 for it.
Yeah.
So it's just a deal, you know?
So, yeah, he was getting the budget card, the A750.
This one looks okay. I feel like they're mid, though. I don't their cards blow me away. GT710.
They don't. That one looks okay. GT710, it's peak. The cooling's great, actually. The Pro cards use pure silicon that produces less heat. Then they clock it down due to a few percentage, so it makes it like half the heat.
The GT710 was so amazing, it only drew 35 watts or something.
The biggest difference between them is the coil wine and power limit. Hey, the Master Chief card, that one actually goes hard though, right there.
This looks pretty cool. This is unique. This is like the Yeston unique, you know?
Say yes to PNY.
This would up me. Like if all their cards looked something cool like that. They don't.
No fan needed. Run on pure passive.
True.
All right.
Yeah, my man said rip the third fan. Yeah, I agree. This thing has to be getting choked, right?
Well, it's Master Chief.
Yeah, dude. He's in Fortnite.
Master Chief, what do you think you're doing rendering this bomb? BFG is the GOAT. PNY looks dope. They're the cheapest without looking like Dell Zotac trash.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think it should.
As long as they look better
honestly,
than Sparkle.
Well, I'd say PNY is A tier, wouldn't you say? If not B? Like,
just because
B is not A, I mean.
I have nostalgia with PNY, too.
I don't care what someone says. Aesthetic over performance. Honestly, yeah.
No, dude. Then
CW, it's SS tier. It's Yeston.
Yeah. Yeston's above everything.
Doesn't have a Cortana waifu? Give it some time. Give it some time.
Oh, yeah, dude. They're going to add add Cortana to them.
Yeah, because you already know Microsoft is flopping. They need anything they can get.
Oh, my God. Okay. I remember
PNY manages to make...
These Asus
Don't call
Pro.
Dell dog water. That's insulting the dog's water.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. It's dog nuts.
These are the ProArt GPUs from Asus.
Zotac 4090 looks like Crocs.
Basically, the ProArt GPUs from Asus, they made the most basic looking graphics card you could possibly imagine.
Honestly, I don't like ProArt.
So lame. How is this any better than just a gaming
and then
GPU?
they give you ProArt monitors.
That costs like 3 kidneys. You have to get one from your cousin.
3 kidneys. They're usually like what? 1080p. The best thing they have is daisy chaining.
The USB-C
and then they
daisy
put
chain.
ProArt on the fan too, like it looks good. Yuck. Looks like a GPU for professionals. Yeah, I mean true, but then you can just get a TUF.
Yeah, tough ones don't look crazy either. Bro,
If Microsoft started making GPUs, that'd be actual like an actual monopoly. They already own PC gaming.
Dude, their ProArt laptop has a nipple on it, bro. How does that make you feel?
Does your laptop need a nipple button?
Why does it need a nipple? What does it think it's a ThinkPad?
That's gross.
You've seen the ThinkPads, right?
Yes. Bruh, I dig it.
Okay.
A nipple on the computer?
Oh, you want to feel a nipple on your computer? Sus.
Is that a joystick? It's gonna have stick drift.
Dude, yeah. If it's by Nintendo.
When is Apple GPU coming out? When they drop it, it's gonna cost $3K. You're not gonna be allowed to update the drivers without taking it to the store.
Yeah.
If you unplug it, it's gonna say it's brick, so you're gonna have to buy a whole new one. They won't fix it. You can't use Intel CPUs. You can't use AMDs. They're gonna force you to use
You have
Apple
to use Apple
motherboards.
Silicon.
Yeah. So mind you, so not only do you have to buy a Mac for a whole house, $72,500 plus down payment. Then you gotta pay for the graphics card, and then they're probably gonna give you an Apple car with it. And it's gonna match the 2070 in power. No,
And all at the
2060.
same time, you have to run Mac OS.
Yeah.
It doesn't work on Windows.
Yes, an SS PC Master Race. Yep, you already know.
I feel like we're at a point where we could go through and see if anything needs to be rearranged now that everything's on the list.
All right.
So
Let's see.
Yeston's a given. Stays double S.
Proprietary Apple CPU. And it's gonna be poorly soldered too.
Yeah. It's just gonna die one day and you're gonna be like, what?
You know
It gets
Apple
a
has
little warm and it just
beefy
falls
AMD
off.
card. That one card that has to GPU in one card. Well, it's a shame because they're gonna change it up and use Apple cards. It's gonna be called something crazy like the iToast. It'll be on my 5K Mac. See ya pores later. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you gotta be Elon Musk.
Running boot camp.
Just imagine Tesla X iPhone, the iTesla.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's look
so
at this.
when we look at this,
So we have Yeston and double S given.
yeah, say yes to yes and superior service.
Asus, I feel like could probably stay there. So this is like the tough cards. This is their lower end cards. They usually look pretty good. They perform pretty well.
I have
The
a tough
older tough
monitor,
cards.
like, tough. It's tough.
Dude, this
I mean,
is just
tough
built
not in a
different.
bad way. It's tough in a good way.
Built different. Yep.
Yeston?
Yeston is incredible.
Newer Yeston's good. I just
Oh.
wouldn't get the 40 series because they look bad. I mean, they look bad in a good bad way, like she's kind of bad type of bad way. But then they're hard to build with if it comes to aesthetic.
Yeah, they're like sparkly pink things in the new generation. But the new Yeston cards, you know, like they look bad, but you know, from Yeston standards is like S tier, so
Yeah.
that's their bad.
Yes, he gets Y tier. There we go. That guy's spitting facts actually.
let's actually do it.
Why separate Aorus and Gigabyte? Because it's like ROG
They're different
and
brands.
Tough.
Yeah, they're
It's
different
like ROG
brands.
and Tough.
I mean, there's like, it's because ROG is actually a separate company. And Aorus is also a separate company.
It's like comparing Alienware and Dell together. Dell owns it, but it's still not the same thing.
Yeah, sub brands. So Sapphire and Nitro, I think. No, well, this is basically just Sapphire. I think that Sapphire stays in.
Sapphire's, yeah, definitely
and
an underdog. It's a diamond in the rough.
Yeah, underrated. Nobody buys AMD cards, so it is what it is. But when they do, they get Sapphire, and they're happy. And then here is the controversial one. I put EVGA and A, and everybody said that it should have been S. So should we move
Well,
it
the
up to
problem
S?
is EVGA is dead though.
So yeah, they couldn't handle the heat. They couldn't put up with Nvidia's shit anymore. Then
Listen, when I
also
said
their cards
Yeston
are
looked
built like
bad,
cinder blocks. Yeah.
I mean, like, it's bad in a good way, you know what I'm saying? And it's bad in a bad way too, because you gotta build your car, you gotta build your box around the card, but you can build your card around your setup, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But no, EVGA stays in A tier. They will forever have a good legacy. Alienware looks trash. It is trash. It's
What, you don't like the little alien?
No, I don't like Elvis.
Okay. Well, I think the Intel card also stays here. Their first shot at reference cards. I think they nailed it.
Just wait till Intel pulls up and just murders the game.
Yep.
They're gonna make AMD look sad.
Next generation, they're gonna have screws, and then they'll be S.
Yeah,
because they
just
perform pretty well,
screws.
And then they also look sick.
And then they're gonna drop more RGB, and it's gonna be insane.
Maybe it'll be a Yeston style RGB. I had to bump them up to Y tier. Ooh. Okay.
And then colorful can stay where it is. It could get lowered, honestly.
I think I might lower colorful.
Yeah, because colorful wants to be Yeston. Because mind you, I didn't see Yeston until then.
Because isn't Maxsun a sub brand of, or an Eastern brand of colorful?
Yeah.
So, but like the normal cards, do you see like this one here, this iGame one? I think this one looks sick. I think they perform okay, but I could see them down in B.
The iGame one looks really clean. I like it.
I feel like they could move to high B though.
Honestly, if I didn't have the glorious Yeston card on my build, I could put that in there. That looks nice.
That's pretty clean. Or maybe bottom at A.
Yo, we gotta ask Steve from Gamer Nexus to do a review on colorful cards. That's how we'll get it to Yeston tier.
Yeston should make a CPU. Brendan, then you can't see it. You make a
Cleaner
CPU
than
cooler.
most Yeston cards. Honestly, Richard, all of Yeston's cards until they started doing the anime design was awful.
Yeah.
That's when they evolved, when they activated their synapses, when they got those brain cells fired up, when they started cooking.
It's when they transcended. Look up the Apple Radeon Pro. What did this card look like? Was that the thing in the Mac Pro? See this.
Apple Radeon Pro? Oh my goodness. It looks like an SSD.
What?
It's just black. It's just a black rectangle that costs $5,000.
Dude, an S69 in its name. It's Poggers. This is the one with the 2 GPUs, dude. How much RAM does this have? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So another, they have 16 gigabytes of RAM, that's it. That's my GPU.
It looks like an Xbox for inside of a computer.
Dude, it had a Crossfire. Ain't that
Cameron,
crazy?
you should do a collab, build a Yeston themed computer.
Dude, you basically already have one.
I'm thinking about doing the 40 series build. I just got to get this new job first, and I'm cooking.
I'm not gonna like push too much on that. I was gonna ask you where you're going now, but
electricity.
It goes bzzz.
Yeah, boom, arc flash.
Yeah, it's like the electro boom.
But I'm telling you, after I drop the double 770s, y'all ain't gonna know what to do. PNY is they're gonna be insane. We're gonna have a max of 4 gigabytes, 2 in between each card.
Yeah.
We're gonna run Cyberpunk 2077 at ultra low.
and you might, if you turn on frame generation and DLSS performance, then you could get maybe 3 frames on the path tracing mode.
And that's if you could jerry rig it to run DLSS. So
yeah. Okay, so colorful goes down to A. Okay.
Yeah.
So how much do we place value? I feel like this is important on the anime aspect of colorful, because Maxsun is like their anime offshoot.
But then, so honestly, their anime, it just looks bland. There's no personality to it. Yeston at least looks like actual art. Colorful just looks like they took a VTuber and put it on the back of a card. And mind you, there is actual VTuber cards.
Oh god,
that's what it looks like.
Dude, VTuber themed computer.
Look it up.
Oh god.
They're actually goofy how ugly they are.
Imagine watching VTubers. I'm gonna offend people in chat for that.
They're just like bland computers, right? But they just put VTuber stickers all over them. VTuber
GPU. Oh,
I'm
God.
pretty sure that's the thing too, right?
There's a 3080. It looks so.
Of
This one
course,
looks a lot
you already
better.
know. You already know who made it. You already know who made it. It's garbage. Look who made it.
Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Bruh. Oh God, I saw
They
a
don't
furry.
know.
Oh no.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. My limited edition 3DS looks better.
Yeah. My friend had a you have what was the legendary from Pokemon Y? He had that one on his 3DS.
What, Eveltal?
Evelta, yeah. It looked actually pretty sick. And then he broke it.
I have one too. It's on my shelf right now.
He said,
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, the Love Plus 3DSs, they're like the Yestons of Nintendo. But we're not gonna get onto that.
I saw some people
Dude,
in
I
chat
think
say that
Zotac
all.
now beats Yeston.
Huh? No.
And put he
Do
said put
you want to speed run getting banned?
What?
Saying Yeston gets beat by Zotac. Oh my.
Put Maxis down down a peg. Bro, Luke spitting facts. D for Dell. I can feel the racism coming inside me. I feel that I'm racist to Maxu cards too. Put them down.
Why?
If you can get a
Why? But it has anime on it, dude.
it can stay in C tier for corny.
Oh, dude, the corn.
Yeah, because we're gonna move colorful down to B tier.
Yeah, I can see them in B. They don't blow me away. Okay, so we're still sorting out A tier. So next is PowerColor. I think they stay right there. The Hellhound cards are sick. Same with the Red
they do
Devils.
the Hellhound cards?
Yeah, dude. They look good.
Oh no, the Red Devils are sick.
Yeah, and this one's the overclocking cards, although overclocking is kind of dead nowadays, but D for
One of my
Dell,
classmates overclocks his 3060 Ti till it can't overclock anymore. He maxes it out.
D for Dell.
Bro,
Okay, so I think
honestly,
PowerColor
though,
stays there. I think they're good there.
yeah, they can stand their ground. The problem is you're comparing Radeon cards to Nvidia cards. Nvidia just looks better because there's more of them.
Oh yeah, look at this. So I have a 6700 XT here on Tech Power Up, and they have so many like all the cards listed from all the brands. Like, so this is the AMD listed cards, and you're at the bottom. Then I go to the RTX 3070. It's still scrolling.
The 3060 Ti with overclock performs the same as a 3070. I mean, yeah, but then you're gonna get half the life of that 3070.
I mean, it probably does, I think, right?
Yeah, I guarantee you it does.
Yeah. I mean,
as you
overclocking
can
isn't
see-
dead, but it's like boosting. Like, if you keep your card cool, it'll just like boost up to that anyways.
MSI are like American cars, good for some years and ass randomly. That's all MSI is known for. They're the Microsoft of the GPU building world.
Dude, they're the Ford of graphics cards.
They have fire ideas, but they don't want to make them come true.
So the only reason that we really have MSI so high up is because they make Afterburner too.
Yeah.
Um,
Honestly, MSI carries most of graphics cards.
yeah, just because of that. Some companies are making decent software nowadays, but I could see MSI and B. Their cards usually aren't that amazing. They look okay, and they don't have the best power managing components in them. Like the VRMs aren't that good.
Bro, I'd hate to say it, but I think we should move ROG down.
Oh, we're just not there yet.
Yeah.
I could see
ROG
I could
spitting
see
in my face.
I can see MSI and above colorful and B.
Yeah, my 36 was an MSI card. It looked pretty nice.
It
works pretty well too.
Yeah, I feel like the common thing is MSI is reliably pretty good. I think that's pretty normal. So
I'm crazy. Asus is MP. Well, it can go down to C.
Yeah, I might.
Don't you dare move ROG. But I can see moving it up. The problem is when you buy a ROG card, a card that's a down payment for a house.
Dude, you could have bought your next American car so it could die in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been awesome. So Nvidia's founders, I think general consensus nowadays is that those are pretty darn good. They deserve A.
I'm not gonna lie, Nvidia's founder cards, they're honestly really fire.
Yeah. And then PNY right behind it. Pony. What? I don't know. Like, PNY just doesn't look that good nowadays. That's the only thing that bugs me.
I never seen the founder edition for the 40 series.
It looks just like 30. It just performs better.
Just wait till the 50 series drops, bro. That's gonna be nice. That's gonna be when it's time to upgrade.
I'll show you the...
I seen it. I just looked it up.
Or the 40... See how big the 4090's founders is? It's like, take a 3080 founders and just scale it up 3 times.
The first 5-slot card.
And it performs so well that it's 60 degrees.
EVGA. EVGA has way better warranty and more reliable fans. EVGA's dead. And also Asus, they're just like... Honestly, that is a good argument though. Asus warranties are terrible. Yeah, they're horrible. If they find
what
a
are
minor
Asus
dent,
warranties?
They're like really strict. I remember when my one monitor broke. They're like, basically, if you take the protective plastic off, you can't return it. Well, you can't get it fixed. Sorry.
Look up the iChill. I'm gonna look up this card real quick. What the?
What?
Just look on stream.
The iChill Hercules GTX 980 Ti.
They really wanted this look hard, bro.
That looks like a horror movie.
Yeah, bro.
Armory Crate is definitively one of the worst softwares ever created by mankind.
I feel like,
mind you, this Hercules graphics card, that looks like Bionicles, but simply because Asus actually made Armory Crate, it needs to be moved down no matter what. They automatically get a tier reducted. Like, since we put MSI up there because Afterburner, they need to go down now. I totally forgot about that.
Armory Crate is pretty bad. Dude, and they changed it so like at least on the Asus laptops, they used to tell you, oh, each performance mode that you're in, that if you're using your APU or you're using your dedicated GPU. And now they just renamed it to high performance, medium performance, flex performance. It's
and
like,
then, mind you, I can't stand Armory Crate because once you open the sucker up, let me open up Armory Crate now. It resets my RGBs.
Oh god.
It resets my RGBs, and then it's like, all right, here's your stats. It doesn't load my stats at all. It just sits there. It's just there to be there. And then the RGB settings are god awful anyway.
Okay, so I sneakily did this. EVGA, I moved to the bottom of S because they're reliable. And they look okay. Like,
yeah, honestly, if
reflecting like a cinder block.
If EVGA didn't die, honestly, I feel like they would have been still ruling all of graphics cards. Because didn't you have an EVGA graphics card? Your 1070?
No, I never. I had an MSI.
Oh, MSI.
Yeah.
You poor soul.
It was okay.
Yeah, Luke. So literally, if you want to fix that, you got to reinstall all of your drivers. You got to reinstall all of your RGB drivers to fix that. It's awful.
That's why I don't fuck with RGB. Oh, I just swore. Oops.
Mind you, all of my RGBs, I have them controlled by Corsair now, and I don't like Corsair as far as you can throw them, but at least they help out.
Okay. I also put A for Asus. Okay. Top of A, I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
They make solid cards consistently. And
so,
yeah, they don't have the best warranty, but also they're good cards, so you don't have to warranty them half the time.
honestly, from what I'm seeing, I think in B tier, all we have to do is move down ASRock.
Yeah, I feel like they're mid. I was being generous with that. I feel like they're above Gainward, but maybe below Maxsun because they're not taking risks like Maxsun.
And then if you know how to spray paint, the Noctua cards are actually going to be fire. But that's about it.
Poor Noctua, dude. Why? They're so committed to that now.
Guess who hosted their nasty looking build?
Who?
Asus.
That almost makes me want to move Asus down a tier.
Asus really did that, bro.
Okay, so A tier looks good. B tier, I'm thinking about putting ROG. I feel like it needs to be above Gigabyte because Gigabyte's cheaper and actually still looks good.
Yeah.
I could see that.
And then mind you, like I said, ROG, every time, like back when I was dreaming about building the ultimate rig, it was going to be ROG everything because ROG was, you know, it was really expensive, but it was the top-notch stuff. Except their cases. Their cases were awful.
Yeah, they tried too hard on this. Bro, you said, man, I'm still rocking the 1030.
ROG has no anime girls. That is...
Dude, that's a grr. That's a moment, you know?
That's a raw.
Yeah. I feel like the Gigabyte cards go above the AMD reference cards.
Oh, and then for some reason my Armory crate won't read past 3,999 megahertz.
So, you have a good motherboard. I don't know why that would be a motherboard limitation.
Because mind you, my CPU is clocked at 4.2 right now. ROG's Lamborghini haters.
So, if ROG is Lamborghini, then what does that make Aorus?
Jaguar. The British.
I feel like Gigabyte... no, Gigabyte had some bad AMD cards back in the day. I'm going to put XFX above them.
I want ROG because it's compatible with Corsair. Nothing but problems. Yeah. Yeah. But
I feel like this is...
Armory crate. Yuck.
Good. So Galax is Maxsun as well, right? Maxsun is kind of cringy, so put that below. Galax stays above in B.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I feel like Aorus just inherently needs to move up.
Yeah, where's Gigabyte? Yeah, switch out Aorus and... No, never mind.
Aorus is expensive as hell, though.
Leave Aorus. Leave it there.
ROG is a Mustang.
It's just worse, ROG.
I think it's better than Gainward. Bruh. Who put the eggplant emoji in chat?
ROG's Lamborghini with an engine that doesn't start half the time. It's a used Lamborghini.
I'm putting Aorus at the top of C. What do you think about that?
Fair.
Okay. Gainward might move down just because they're so like irrelevant. Who cares about Gainward cards?
I never even heard of Gainward.
They look kind of goofy.
So Mercedes. No, they're Jaguar.
Oh no, dude, they're gonna break
I own
all the time.
TUF 4090 with the Asus ROG motherboard. I'm speaking of facts and experience. Luke, I trust you there. I trust you. It's Asus. Asus. Some Saudi Lambo found in a shed in the desert on some oil shop property. Yeah. That's ROG. ROG's honestly what happens when you what's a good example? You got a Samsung smart TV with terrible speakers. So you have the TV but you can't hear it.
I agree. Dude, we need to get speakers for our TV. There's so much. They're so nice. Dude,
You know,
okay, go.
I'm almost tempted to put Noctua above Zotac, but Zotac has a better place.
Well, Zotac does look good. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy about Zotac. Their cards just don't perform that well. They're hot and loud.
Oh, I feel bad, bro. Dude had a ROG board brick on him. That's alone to get that replaced.
Dude, who gave him the kidney?
Zotac is for PC Crocs.
Right, you can put it in sport mode.
I'm not gonna lie, I do need to see some Zotac GPUs in sport mode.
I feel like I move Zotac above NO3D and Gainward. At least it's relevant.
Oh, the Zotac is the one Linus put the Noctua cards or fans on.
Yeah, because the Zotac cooler was so bad.
Yeah.
So, NO3D also kind of irrelevant, at least in the US. Bet you don't even know who they are.
I know what Inno is. I just thought it was called Ino, but I think that's
Ino.
just crazy.
Dino 3D? Yeah, they look okay. They have this has a fourth fan on its side.
It looks like it belongs in a cafe.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair. Sparkle just like, bruh. Who let their kid design their logo? And they came out of the dirt.
Construction paper.
Bro, they came out of the dirt from 20 years ago. Design graphics card again for Intel.
Why is HP only one at the worst tier? Because it's HP. Honestly, HP stands for help because whoever designs those needs help. Like, and honestly, putting Dell and D's okay just because, you know, Dell makes some solid stuff. Some.
I mean,
yeah,
HP cards are better.
Warranty if you water cool.
I feel like everybody avoids water. What?
EVGA doesn't. I know that.
Oh, EVGA is like enthusiasts. So I'll give it to them.
Noctua's S tier.
No.
Igor, I don't want to be a bully, but you're tripping.
Like, we've been clowning ROG for how expensive they are this whole time. Have you seen Noctua prices? No.
I bought an HP laptop, broke down in a year. I'm shocked it didn't break down earlier. That's actually a good run for HP.
That's a record. Dude, I had a $200 HP laptop, bro. Oh my god.
My grandpa had an HP computer, and he started having hard drive issues. So I took the hard drive out and put it on my computer, and the hard drive just died.
I feel like HP's above Dell.
So just put Dell down.
But it's D for Dell.
Yeah, fair point.
So
just put D minus for Dell. Yeah, Dell's good at making monitors though.
I have a Dell monitor. I like it. You have an Asus monitor and what was the other one?
Gigabyte.
Gigabyte.
The two companies we're talking about having overpriced secondary brands.
Yep, but they're normal brands. They're the ones that people actually will buy. Are pretty
and
good.
If we're doing a monitor tier list, if Samsung's not involved, I'd say Gigabyte would be S tier.
Wait. Say it again.
If we're doing a monitor tier list, Gigabyte would be S tier if Samsung's not involved.
Yeah. Gigabyte makes really good value monitors.
Do you think Lenovo would make good coolers? No. ROG are clowns. If I could turn back the clock, I'd go full MSI. I'm now in a situation. I have an Asus 4090, and I'm on the market for a new motherboard, SSD, CPU, and RAM because the ROG motherboard. Damn,
it crashed.
I still got my ROG motherboard, so I hope that doesn't happen to me.
Dude, you're gonna die.
I mean, if it explodes, I'll have a reason to upgrade to the next gen.
I'd say we could make a motherboard tier list, but like not. I don't know. I have so little experience with motherboards.
The Iron Man card, Star Red Baron. I gotta see this. I immediately got funny mustache man pictures. I should probably look up the graphics card name too.
This is an Iron Man graphics card. Interesting.
Okay, there's the Iron Man. It's Iron Man.
I forget if it was exclusive to Asus motherboards. Yeah, Sapphire's an S tier. I'm pretty sure it was more than just Asus.
Bro, GameWord had to pay their employees triple to make that.
But this doesn't carry the whole company. Most of their cards don't look this good. This looks pretty solid. It's definitely, you're gonna have to match your system to this.
It looks worse than the Noctua. Don't insult GameWord like that. They had something cooking.
At least it wasn't Minecraft Dirt Brown.
You know what Noctua looks like?
Yeah.
Nintendo Labo.
A Nintendo. Oh my god, bro! You just brought back a wave. Let me look this up.
The Gundam PC is ugly. Like, the colors are nice, but then you can't match anything else with it. I'm more of an Evangelion PC guy.
Did you have a...
I don't stand for what the show stands for.
Did you have Libo? Libo?
No, I stayed away from it because it looked like a scam.
It was expensive, wasn't it?
Yeah, for a cardboard box.
Just like a Noctua card.
But, don't get me wrong, I still want to get the Labo VR, though. That sounds funny to play Smash with.
God. Could you even buy these used? I feel like they'd be destroyed.
They're cardboard boxes. You can make them at home.
Gainware Ghost series.
Alright, the Gainware Ghost series sounds like... Bill, my motherboard settings and Armory Crate will reset all the time. I'd set it to turn off after shutdown and nothing happened. Having a PC in my bedroom, I could not sleep.
Bro, this picture of this Gainware graphics card looks like a moist critical thumbnail.
Yeah. It's so stretched, it's crazy.
Oh my god.
Having my computer on X increases my room by 5 degrees Fahrenheit.
Dude.
Like the room temps.
Save on furnace bills, let's go.
Because I have all the hot air coming upward.
This looks kind of cool because of how small the card is.
I'm not gonna lie. Asus, we need to be careful. They might lawyer up after this, all this slander we're throwing at them.
No, dude. I don't got lawyers for that, dude. You know they have money.
We should leave GameWord where it is, though. They had one excellent looking card of all their good looking cards. Most
of their cards are kind of mid, which deserves them C tier. You know.
Oh no, MSI's Dragon software's here too. Steve buried it for a reason.
They have Dragon software? Is that like RGB?
Yeah.
Oh god. You know, like Afterburner is dysfunctional half the time because it doesn't get updates. I can't even imagine that software. Need to bring this up. Yeah. Guys, I think we did a good job on this tier list. What do you think? Yeah.
I think GameWord cooks in a cauldron. Never know what's gonna happen. For real. They're Ashley from WarioWare. You don't know what they're cooking up.
Yeah.
James, I think you did a really excellent job on this tier list.
Yeah, it's
look like a dapper young fellow with this one.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that, especially coming from you. Yes, an enjoyer.
Unfortunately, if you didn't know that little leak I sent you, my next project is a tier list on a controversial topic, really. Anime waifus.
Yeah.
Me and Brad, it's gonna be Bill and Brad. We're gonna be putting together something crazy. I promise you. I think it's like 170 entries. It's insane.
God. You gonna do tier
so
list?
I gotta go work on that. So I'll see you later. Yeah, it's a tier list.
Oh, I can help you on tier list. Guys, by the way, do you want a shout out?
I don't care. Golf's not a sport. That's all I gotta say.
Golf is not a sport. And I'll let's see if we can find your... I don't even know how to look up your channel, actually.
Yeah, because your boy K2's kind of invisible.
Yeah, he's invisible. He does upload, or he's starting to upload.
Yeah, 4 days ago.
I don't know if it'll come up if I look it up.
If I get
Oh, it did. Dude, that's 64 views. Let's go. Look, Cameron uploads, guys.
I wanted 10. I wanted 10.
Off to be a sport.
Yep.
Oh, so fun fact, I was going through my analytics.
Yep.
It is recommending it to people who watch the Olympics. So it's actually just picking fights with old people. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. What's Nub? I'm sorry. You're not gonna like me. You're not gonna like me.
He's definitely controversial on the channel.
Yeah.
It's like his NASCAR
Nero
sport.
is spitting facts.
Dude, he's agreeing with EDP. That's kind of questionable.
Yeah. All right. Like I said, I gotta go. I'll see you later.
Thank you, man.
To all the people in the chat, say yes to Yeston. Hail Yeston.
Hail Yeston. On God. Alright, guys. I'm probably gonna wrap up the stream here too. That is Cameron's channel, and he's starting to upload. But he see, you know, like obviously he hasn't really uploaded before, so definitely give him a little slack too. And it's kind of more controversial, it's more off the cuff kind of stuff, kind of like what he did in my video. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. You guys have a good night. Hopefully you enjoyed the tier list, and we number 12 subscriber. Let's go. Sport not is a golf. Yep, I agree with that. Hey, you guys have a good night. See ya. We did a good job tonight. We did God's work. God's plan. Peace. Let y'all say bye real quick. Peace, peace, peace. I'm going. Or have a good rest of your day.